the talking point that everyone's blowing up at the moment. Jussie Smollett. Okay, so Jussie Smollett of Empire. Again, a Lee Daniels link. See how we did? See how we linked it there? We linked it. See how we linked it? We linked it together. Jussie Smollett, obviously the star of Empire, Lee Daniels joint. Successful show. He came out, was about a couple of weeks ago or so, that he got assaulted in Chicago at the early hours of the morning. Obviously, Jussie is a man of colour and he's gay. He believes he was attacked by two MAGA hat-wearing thugs. Obviously, MAGA, Make America Great Again, Trump supporters, and he's not a fan of Trump in any way, shape or form, who tied a noose around his neck, punched him out, and no, it's a serious matter, punched him out, put a noose around his head and poured chemicals all over him. And of course ran off and said, called him the N-word and Make America Great. So he reported it, went to the police, and it was just everyone's heart went out for him. We were discussing, we're British, we heard about it in the UK. How did you find the story?
Yeah, I think initially, the story, I really felt it for Jussie Smollett, because I was like, oh my goodness, I've never heard of anything done like that before. And I was thinking, if he's okay, if he's alright, because he went to hospital, and to have something poured over his face out of bleach and stuff like that is awful. That's an awful thing, absolutely awful. And everyone on Twitter and Instagram, it was a massive thing.
So what's your instincts? We'll go into what happened, what the news is later, but what were your initial feelings about when you first heard about him being attacked?
I was just thinking, at the end of the day, just because someone's, gay, they don't deserve to have that treatment done to them, because we should love everyone. And what did he do to deserve that? At the time, initially, I thought that, what on earth did he do? He didn't do anything to trouble anyone. He was just obviously going out and about in his way, and then that happened to him just like that. It was, just random like that. So
for the record, we're apolitical, and we don't support. Number one, we're British, so Americans do you. But we aren't pro-Trump or anti-Trump or any of that. We kind of are. If anything, we're kind of we discerning. We're kind of centrist in terms of some of our political views. We think there's ugliness on both sides of the left and far right in America at the moment, and I think that the issue with race is something that we have friends in the United States, and we just see the situation is very, very ugly. So this situation, it was believable that Jussie Smollett was attacked by MAGA hat-wearing guys, because stuff is a little bit crazy at the moment out there.
And everything obviously some things happen like this, not all the time, but different subjects are coming out every time, different things. And it's like because of social media, you see it, everything's blown up on Twitter, everyone's talking about it. Every week there's something crazy going on. So it's like, this comes out, it's like, what? Say what?
So, now, listen up. Having said all that, I've always had concerns about social media and how people are quick to jump on it. So Twitter blew up with, this is a disgrace, it's because of this president we have, and the racism is a boiling point, and anyone who's a Trump supporter, this is the type of America that we have right now. It's just, and it was just, it was on and on and on it went, obviously in natural support for Smollett. And naturally, we were thinking, is there going to be some kind of retaliation, because people going around with nooses and chemicals chucking at famous black actors or anybody who's black, that's unacceptable. But then some people started to ask questions about the situation. Apparently the subway that he was trying to go to have food in was closed, apparently, people in the area were saying, and that it's in Chicago, and I think the area was in, mainly black area, and then the guys who went to attack him were white, but why did they just happen to have a noose and a bowl of bleach on them? And also, most Trump supporters, I'm sure, are not big Empire fans. I'm just hazarding a guess. So more and more, when you really looked at the story under detective scrutiny, it kind of had some plot holes, question marks.
start to line up. The timings of Subway's closed, 2 a.m. in the morning.
So then, we hear this, and then it came to light that 2 Nigerian bodybuilders were arrested in association with the attack on Smollett. And get this, it works out even more when you start digging. It's come to light that they were known associates of Smollett, that they had, well, at least one of them had been an extra on Empire. And get this, the stuff in their house, they raided the house and found the MAGA hats, some of the masks that they were wearing, all that stuff, and receipts that trail back to Smollett. I lost for words. I'm like, what the heck? I mean, the story was always a little bit kind of like, okay, this can happen, racists who watch Empire come after you, and of course we know homophobia is a real thing, and racism is a real thing, so they're the two things, you put them together, that's quite an attack. But when this has come to light, that there's 2 black Nigerian bodybuilders who you're a known friend with that have been arrested, and then very quickly it's come out that, which they must have spilled the beans. Obviously, they were told we will take away your visa, so let us know everything. They just told the truth, I guess, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly they told the truth, but they didn't hide anything, because now he's coming back. Allegedly, he's coming back. Jussie Smollett's coming back and saying, obviously he's going to deny it. He's not going to come out with it.
Caught me. It wasn't me.
Exactly.
But they called you with the news. It wasn't me.
So who knows what's next?
So what we're not doing, we're not into victim shaming, and we're not poking fun at what on the surface was a serious incident full of all sorts of hatred. But let's be very clear. The media's having a field day with this, and social media is lighting up. The evidence is starting to stack up that this was fixed. That apparently the story now is that the 3 of them came together and rehearsed the attack, exactly where to position themselves, because Smollett apparently thought there'd be a camera to record everything. Now imagine, if the camera caught them, and obviously they were masked, so it wouldn't be able to tell them their racial identity, and that was leaked, you could have had a Rodney King kind of situation going on. There could have been a race war right now. In more time on the show and maybe upped his profile a little bit. That's if he's telling porcupines. But in the meantime, his job would have been secure, but there would have been an epic retaliations across America, and over something that essentially was a fairy tale. I'm like, what the, huh?
So Tony, if it turns out that this is all untrue, what do you think is going to happen to Jussie Smollett? Or what do you think could happen to Jussie Smollett?
We keep saying Jussie.
Jussie, sorry, sorry.
Jussie
Smollett.
We don't have that name in England. Sorry about that. I think if it's true that he made up this story, he hired the 2 Nigerian bodybuilders, the black Arnold Schwarzeneggers, to duff him up and pretend to be his assailants, then his career is done. You don't fake a race and homophobic attack as a victim, especially in this whole Me Too climate, and get anyone's sympathies. His career would be done. Even a black civil rights leader, his name escapes me, is other than Al Sharpton, who seems to be like the number one, like if you think of civil rights campaign, Al Sharpton. But other than Al Sharpton, this other guy was saying like, if Smollett's lying, he should be arrested and charged, and because that could have incinerated, that could have ignited a major racial kickoff. And over what? What would have been the gain? So I think we're about forgiveness, and I think if he is guilty of lying, there should be a very strong admonition. And I think if anything, it exposes how as a culture we're too quick to believe the whole idea that anyone who's a victim, because because they say they're a victim, you must automatically believe them. If he's lying, this has just shot that in the foot. And again, we don't want to bring up the whole Michael Jackson situation. Watch a previous video, maybe it's up here. Click on this video, and you'll see what we're talking about how victims are always to be believed, even if they like sued the states for billions of dollars and lied on oath, well, spoke the truth on oath, now lied off the stand, and etc., etc. So we do know that the idea that anyone who says they're a victim automatically is telling the truth and is, as they claim, we know that's nonsense. And at the same time, stand 100% with anybody who has been a genuine victim.
It's sort of crazy actually, because that has brought to that to me. I didn't really think about it that way. That the things people put out is that everyone does believe it straight away. It's that I think we should actually let it just go a few days, and then sort of like this situation with Jussie Smollett, everyone just believes straight away you put something out. Allegedly, obviously, it's not true, but I think we should churn things over as people first, society. We believe everything. We read in the newspaper, we hear people write on social media. I think it's kind of gullible.
Well, a great songwriter said, just because you read it in a magazine and seen it on the TV screen, don't make it factual. And if you know what song I'm quoting there, please put the comment below and you might win a prize. But it's true, isn't it? It's so true. I think it's, I don't know, Jay, I think it's disgusting. I think, I'm a forgiving person, but I think that would be a new low. I'd hate to think that someone would go to that extent to fake something so serious, which could have had serious ramifications, because they arrested a couple of guys. And apparently it was only when they realised, when Smollett knew who the arrested people were, that he was like, oh no, I don't want to press charges too hard, go easy on them. So if it was a couple of random white guys that they, listen, if that was the other way around and someone said it was a couple of black guys who attacked me and it was lies, things would hit the fan. What a story. Great story, Mark. Crazy story. I mean, any closing comments on...
Yeah, I think the alleged attack on Smollett, I actually don't know how it's going to close itself up, but who knows. I'm just hoping it works out for the best for him, because if not, then his career will be over.
We don't want to look like we're ragging on Smollett, because at the end of the day, we're not about ragging on people. We did a whole video about Jackson and how the whole world is ragging on him, especially with this despicable documentary from people who are perjurers, liars, and swindlers. Disclaimer, opinion, don't sue us. So we wouldn't be now ragging on Smollett, because essentially, number one, the jury's still out. We don't have all the facts on this case. We're just like you, watching the news with popcorn, noticing how the plot is thickening. What's gonna happen next? But what we will be doing on a serious level is we will be praying for Smollett and those involved, because we don't want to see anybody we don't want to see anybody's life in ruins, and trust me, his career will be in ruins if this shakes out to be true. And we wouldn't want him to do something stupid, so we kind of hope for all involved that this can be sorted out. And of course, he should get blasted if he did make this up, because it could have got ugly and he could have triggered some kind of race war on the streets of America. I know it sounds a bit exaggerated, but you should have seen social media blow up when he got attacked. Because both you have, a race crime and a sexuality crime all combined, it would have kicked off. So if he is telling porcupines, I think he probably needs more than a slap on the wrist. But at the same time, we don't want to see anybody in ruins.
I just pray that goes the way it goes, whatever way it goes. I really do hope for him, his career, it's true, because if it's not, turns out to not be true, he's finished.
Done. Career over in Tinseltown, man. And I think, he is a known enemy of President Trump in terms of his back and forth. He said it himself in an interview that he's proper down against Donald Trump as the President of the United States. And I think, number one, not a really sensible thing to say on here anyway. I know it's trendy to say it there, but today we're talking about a a very powerful leader of your nation. And also, some people theorize it could have been something to really not only bolster his career, but also kind of paint the current administration and followers and voters as sort of bad guys. And I think propaganda and any of that type, there's no place in that in the world. Let's seek truth, and there's enough ugly reality in the world without having to make it up, allegedly. Have we been fair on that one?
I think.
What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. Have we been a bit harsh? Have we been on the fence? Not, damnation enough for some of you. Not completely, on Smollett's corner. Some of you have let us know. We caught a movie the other day.